What's going on, everybody? Reid here, and welcome back to another video. So guys, in today's video we're going to be jumping into some really awesome new brawler concepts thought up by you guys in the Brawl Stars community, and I gotta say, some of them are really cool, and you can tell you guys put in a lot of effort into these ideas, and I really appreciate that. Now in Brawl Stars right now, we're kind of in an uproar of updates coming and things like that, so I feel like this is a great time to be doing this so that you guys can kind of get an idea of maybe what could be coming, and maybe the Brawl Stars team will see some of these ideas and kind of draw some inspiration from that. Now I want to give a shout out to Coach Corey because he made a video very similar to this one a few weeks ago introducing some of the new brawlers in the community, and I think it is a really great idea. I want to get this stirring. I want people to start thinking about new brawlers. Maybe we can get some of these ideas to the Brawl Stars team. Maybe they can incorporate some of these awesome ideas that you guys put a lot of effort into. So shout out to Coach Corey, thank you. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to the video and his channel so you guys can check those out as well. Let's see if we can't get these ideas rolling. So let's jump right into the ideas. Alright guys, so let's jump right into it. So I gotta give another little shout out to the Weekly Brawler. So it is a blog about Brawl Stars that gives awesome information about new updates, tips and tricks, new brawler concepts such as these. I feel like it is a great source of information for you guys to go and check out if you guys want to do that. So I'll also leave a link in the description to the blog as well. I really appreciate it if you go check that out. So for the first one, you guys have found this one really cool. The concept was thought up by Striker and the artwork by Jaina. So shout out to you guys for thinking up such an awesome idea. So this guy reminds me a lot of Mortis. I really like how he looks. His name is Reid. His description is: after his father took out the leader of a whole clan of bandits, Reid has had to spend the rest of his life sneaking through his farms to keep them out. So this brawler is kind of like a spooky brawler, kind of like Mortis, and I really enjoy brawlers that kind of fit a theme, where it's kind of like this guy's sort of like Mortis, where they might be from like the same area or the same race of some sort. But I really like it. I've been kind of talking about how I'd really enjoy a brawler that has some sort of sneaking element, where they may be able to like disappear for a short amount of time and then reappear, but maybe have really low stats. I think it'd be a really cool idea. So this guy's name is Reid. As you can see, the artwork is really cool. I like this brawler a lot. So his stats, he would be an epic. His health would be 3,500 and his damage 800. So some of these stats on these brawlers may be subject to change if they are introduced into the game, just because it's really hard to introduce a concept that is balanced without any play testing. So I completely understand that some of these may be subject to change, but I think they are really cool. The concepts behind them are really cool. So super damage does 200 per seed and speed 2.5 tiles per second. So average speed. So the attack is Stealth Sickle. So Reid throws his sickle at his foe for 800 damage, remain hidden for 3 seconds, no attacking or taking damage, and Reid will perform a sneak attack that does triple damage. When Reid has sneak attack ready, he takes a readied stance and shadowy effect surrounds him. So guys, I feel like that sounds a little OP, but I feel like the concept is really cool. I want to see a brawler that can disappear for a split second. Now he seems like he can't do any damage while he's sneaking around, which is a good thing. I feel like that'd be really OP, but the triple damage, I feel like that's a little bit much. I feel like if a brawler has some sort of sneakiness to them, that they may need to be dumbed down a little bit in their stats, because that ability is very OP in and of itself. So I really like the concept, and the attack is really creative. So the super ambush. So Reid throws a bag of seeds forward 7 tiles that sprinkles seeds as it flies. Bushes will then sprout up in 1 tile radius around where the seed bag flies. Regular grass will be replaced. Now these bushes function exactly like regular dried grass, except enemies who touch them take 200 damage and destroy them on contact. So this is actually such a cool idea. You guys think up such really cool ideas. So when he throws his seeds, he plants grass that with your team is able to kind of sneak around in that grass, but if someone else touches it, they take 200 damage and that brush would be gone. I feel like that's a really cool idea. It's kind of like an ability kind of similar to bows, where it's kind of secret to the other team, but it does really cool damage, and it has functionality where you can sneak around in it. Now if a brawler knows the map really well, they can probably pinpoint which of the brush would be his or from his super, so I feel like it'd be a little bit easier to pinpoint out, but it's such a cool concept. I love this one a lot. So for the star power, it's camouflage. Reid will remain hidden for up to 2.5 seconds after leaving grass. that's really cool as well. That might be a little bit OP, like I said before, just because invisible brawlers is really good. I was thinking maybe for a concept of a brawler being that you could hit the super and then he would go invisible for like 2 seconds, but I feel like that is also a really cool idea. I want to see a brawler that can kind of go invisible. That's just my opinion. So guys, that's the first one. This is Reid. I think it's an awesome brawler concept, so shout out to you guys who thought it up. It was such a cool idea. So let's jump into the next one. Alrighty guys, so for the next one, his name is Segundo, and it was drawn up by Ice Cake. So shout out to you, very cool artwork. So Segundo is El Primo's little brother, which is really cool. Like I said before, I love characters that tie into other characters that are already in the game. So for the description, despite not having the meteoric luck of his older brother, Segundo is determined to prove himself that he can hold his own in Brawl, using his quick feet and strategic skill. So I really like this idea that it's kind of like his younger brother, but he has different skill sets. Like, not one brother is going to be the same as his older brother. So he has his own abilities, his own skills, and it seems like he's going to be a little bit faster than Primo. So I really like that. So his appearance, Segundo looks a little bit skinnier, slightly shorter than El Primo, and his mask is green instead of blue, and his belt is silver instead of gold. So really cool. They make changes to him, but in the same kind of family. So health 800, attack Fists of Fitness. Very cool. So description of the attack: steps quickly in a direction you're currently moving, then throws out 2 quick punches. So it's kind of like another melee brawler where when you dash up, you'll do 2 quick jabs and then you can kind of run away. I really like that, where it's not that you want to do a bunch of damage right away, but you can kind of jump in, walk away, jump in, walk away, where you're a little bit more strategic, where it's kind of like Mortis, where you can jump away, kind of be a little bit tricky. So I think that's really cool as well. So specific values of attack: deals 100 damage per hit with a 2.5 tile range, similar to El Primo. Steps 1 tile in the direction you're currently moving, 1.2 second recharge. Taking a look at the super, this super is actually really cool and an awesome concept. So Segundo blocks all incoming damage briefly. If he's hit during this time, he dashes in a predetermined direction, dealing substantial damage and charging his super quite a lot. So I like the concept of being more of a support brawler where you can block damage for your team. That's really cool. Kind of gives me a sense of where you get a really great feeling when you heal up your team with Poco or with Pam, where you're doing something else than just attacking. So this guy, you can make some really cool plays where if stuff is coming in, you can block it, help out a teammate. I think that's really cool. Specific values of super: blocks for 0.5 seconds after selecting a direction. When and if hit, dashes 5 tiles forward, breaking walls in his path, dealing 300 damage and recharging his super by 50%. Requires 500 damage to charge. So for the next brawler, his name is Gala, and the artwork was drawn up by Tainted Meatball. So funny name, but really cool artwork. So shout out to him. So the description: following his idol Crow, Gala appeared in the town as well. Using his dangerous whips, Gala found his way to the top of Colt's wanted list pretty quickly. So for Gala's attack, I think this was a very creative idea. Gala's whips make the enemy hit by it take more damage by all the teammates of him. The effect is temporary and lasts for 3 seconds at level 1. The effects of the whips do not stack. So it's kind of like Crow, the concept of his star power, where it makes the other brawler do less damage. This time it does where if you hit the other brawler, you're going to be able to do more damage to that brawler. So really cool concept. His super: springing rampage. Gala spins around going straight in a single line, damaging all the units in the obstacle nearby. Due to the rotation, the whips are extended and give him bigger range. The whips also protect him from enemy attacks. So this is also cool. It's another defense thing where you can use this to help your teammates or just do a bunch of damage and distract, where it looks like you're moving forward and helping out with the distraction. So they also offer on the weekly brawler a bunch of different statistics and strategies on showdown, heist, bounty, smash and grab, and brawl ball. So I think this is such a cool idea. I love how much effort you guys put into these brawlers, even strategy in mind when moving forward if this brawler was introduced to the game. So really cool. Let's jump into the next brawler. So for the next couple brawler concepts, it was thought up by a friend of mine over on Twitter. His name is Kinesis. So jumping into the first couple, they're really cool. There's no artwork for him yet, but the concepts are awesome. So for the first one, his name is Pokey, and this fits into the realm of Spike. Like I said before previously in the video, I love brawlers that fit into somewhat of a family, somewhat of a race in Brawl Stars. So it's really cool. So for the description, description is, well, we discovered another member of the cactus family. He looks pretty dizzy. So his health would be sitting at 4,450. His main attack is dizzy. So it's melee. He spins in circles while his two big branches hit you, doing massive damage. Damage 450 each branch. Reload speed 1.2 seconds. So for his super, it is Cacti Garden. Spawns a small garden of cacti. 3 cacti spawn out of the garden and act as minions. Attack, they are melee. So they do 125 damage each. Reload speed 1.3 seconds. Health 525 HP each. So I don't know about the spawning. I feel like that's a little bit OP, but such a cool concept. I feel like the Brawl Stars team could use this and kind of dumb it down a bit, or make it maybe like one person spawning. So for his star power is Pokey Pull. So he spins so fast his main attack that he has a radius of which he pulls you toward him. So another really awesome thing to think about. You can do a lot of cool things with your team. Team strategies revolving around this. Really cool idea. So jumping into one of my favorite ones by Kinesis, and that is Arcasia. So Jessie has invited her Eskimo friend from the Arctic to come down in Brawl Town because she has a freezy surprise for her. So another really cool concept. It is Jessie's friend. Another race kind of fitting in with Jessie, and I feel like it should look a lot like Jessie. Maybe have like a hood up, a blue jacket, maybe. That'd be really cool. So health sitting at 2,575, so somewhat of a squishier brawler. So jumping into Arcasia's main attack is called Snow Blaster. It is at a shorter range, shoots snowballs at slow speeds, damage 180 each. You get 3 snowballs per reload. So reload speed 1 second, slows brawler's speed by 10%. So for the super is called Freeze. So she shoots a small radius of freeze, causing you to freeze. Freezes you for 5 seconds. So again, this is a little bit OP, but I like this concept a lot. It's kind of like Spike, where you may think Spike's OP on paper, where you throw it in, you can move kinda, but you're taking damage over time, where this would freeze you for 5 seconds, but you wouldn't take any damage. I feel like it would be OP in game modes like Smash and Grab, where the gem collector is right in the middle, you just throw down the freeze and your teammates can just get the brawler that has all the gems. So maybe a little bit OP, but the concept is awesome. So the star power is more fun. She gets an extra reload. So really cool. Instead of having 3, you have 4. So another really awesome concept. Simple, but really awesome. So shout out to Kinesis. Really cool ideas. I really enjoy those a lot. Alrighty guys, so those were some of the new brawler concepts that I really enjoyed reading through. Now there were plenty more, and I gotta give a quick shout out to all you guys putting in so much effort into these brawlers. You can tell that you guys put in a lot of time into it, and just know that the Brawl Stars team is reviewing these. They are looking at all of our ideas because they find a lot of inspiration from the things that we give them to put into the game. So with that being said, you guys, make sure if you did enjoy the video, leave a like on it. It really helped me out a lot. Also comment below on which concept you guys enjoyed the most in the video. I'd really appreciate that as well. So thank you all for watching the video, and make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you